Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to share all of the products that I have brought into my collection in the first 6 months of the year. So I wanted to share with you what products I've purchased when it comes to makeup, because as you might know, I'm not on like a strict no buy or anything this year, or even low buy, but I have over the past couple of years tried to shift my mindset when it comes to makeup and how much I bring in and what I use and all that kind of stuff. So I've been trying overall to lower my numbers, which in some categories I'm doing pretty well, in other categories not so much. But basically I have been doing a low buy with beauty budget for the past couple of years leading up to 2024. And this year I decided to just do it with eyeshadows because eyeshadows is the category that I struggle with the most. I'm pretty good at curbing like wants and stuff when it comes to other categories. It's just eyeshadows that I have a weakness for. So despite not having a low buy or no buy this year, I have done pretty well when it comes to makeup purchasing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through with you everything that I brought into my collection again when it comes to makeup. So that is both purchases, gifts for purchase, and also gifts from like other people. So that's what this video is going to be. Before I jump into the first product, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. Let's jump into the video. So I'm going to go in chronological order, starting at the beginning of the year, the first product that I brought in, and then go down the list. So let me pull up the first thing. And as you might know, if you watched my Big Fat Eyeshadow project, where I'm tracking all my eyeshadow purchases and my eyeshadow like bank, then you might know that I brought in this thing right here very early on in the year. So this is the Hella palette from Olen's Eye in collaboration with Angelica. And this looks like this. This is basically an eyeshadow palette, as you can see. It's a 16-pan palette, which was a Halloween release. I believe it was a Halloween release, right? Or was this not the Halloween release? I know she's done Halloween releases as well, but maybe this one wasn't released for Halloween actually. Anyway, this one here is an Olen's Eye palette, and I talked about this palette in a palettes that got away, like discontinued palettes that I still wish that I could get. I talked about this palette, and one of my lovely subscribers, Carolyn, commented on that video, or actually I think she messaged me on Instagram. Doesn't really matter. She told me that she was decluttering her Olen's Eye palettes because they just didn't work for her, and she asked if I wanted her to send this palette to me, and I was very grateful for that, and I said yes. So she did send this palette over to me, which again I'm very, very grateful for. So this is the first product that I brought in this year. Obviously it is eyeshadow, but I promise you that I don't have too many eyeshadow products to share with you today. I do have a couple more, but not too much. And this right here is the first eyeshadow and also makeup item that I brought in this year. After that, I did make a purchase of my own for a couple things from Cult Beauty. So I did, like I said, buy a couple things myself, and then I did actually also get a gift for purchase. The gift for purchase is the reason why I picked up my things at the time, but these are all things that I wanted to buy anyway. So first up, we have this right here, which is the, what's it called? The Revealer Concealer, is that what it's called? I can't see the name, but I think this is the Revealer Concealer from Kosas. Which I have already used quite a bit of. I can see it's like resting right here. I don't use this one every day. It's quite light now, so I just used it like very, very lightly right here, where I use a different concealer to like do the majority of my concealing at the moment. But this is a really nice concealer. It was super, super hyped, and it is, like I said, good. However, I feel like it doesn't have as much coverage as I would like. So I do like having this one in my collection, and like I said, I love pairing this one with other things just to brighten things up, and it's really, really smoothing under the eyes, which I do appreciate. But I don't know if I would repurchase this one after I finish this tube up. I'm still on the hunt for my perfect concealer. So if you have any recommendations, let me know. I want it to be like decent coverage, but still very like smoothing under the eyes, so that it doesn't settle into my fine lines. But that right here is the second product, and of course I'm still using this one. It's one that I reach for quite often. It's in my everyday like makeup drawers, so I'm really happy that I did pick this one up. Probably my favorite product that I picked up in the whole year so far, which is quite a bold claim, but it's a clear winner for me, which is also surprising because this type of makeup product is definitely something that in the past I've said, oh, I'm not too fussed which one I use, it doesn't really matter like kind of what type or brand or whatever you use. Some are better, some are worse, but I'm not too fussed about them. And that is powder. because the next product that I picked up is this right here, which is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Powder in the shade Pound Cake. This is the absolute best loose powder I have ever tried. It is so good. It's very smoothing under the eyes. I'm wearing it under my eyes today. Maybe you can see. It's super smoothing. It doesn't look dry. It just makes your skin look flawless. It doesn't like settle your concealer into your under eyes. It's so good. I don't know what they did with this powder compared to every other loose powder, but it's really good. So I use this one to set like this area right here. And then I use a different powder for like the rest of my face if I want to set that. But I've been using this one basically every single day since I got it, and this is how much I have left of it now. So I still have quite a lot to go, which is good because it isn't the cheapest powder. But I also feel like I've used quite a lot of it already, considering I only had it for a couple months. But yeah, I definitely will continue repurchasing this one again and again and again. Currently, I don't see if I would ever stop repurchasing this one because it's a clear favorite when it comes to powder. Again, I've tried nothing like this one in the past, and yeah, like I said, this is my favorite product that I've picked up this year. In that same order, I decided to pick up a couple Charlotte Tilbury products. The first one is a backup of something that I have finished, and I actually haven't used this one yet, as you can see, because it's still in the packaging. And this is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder in the shade Fair. And again, it's still in the packaging because I haven't started using it yet. It's going to be my touch-up powder of choice once I finish up what I'm currently using. So it is still safe in the container, but this is the powder right here. It feels so weird because now I'm getting fingerprints all over it, but this is my favorite like pressed powder that I've tried. I love this one as a touch-up powder. It's really good. I love this container. I love this powder a lot. And it's not as pristine anymore because it has little fingerprints over it, but that's fine. Obviously I can't keep anything in the box forever, but this one is going to live in the box for now. I'm trying to put it back in. Yes, so this one, like I said, is going to live in the box for now until I finish up my other touch-up powders, and this is going to be living in my handbag as soon as I finish those up. But I wanted to pick it up anyway at that time because, like I said, I was making a little bit of a big order to get those freebies, which I will share a couple of those, like the makeup products from that freebie order. I will show you in a second, and then there was some skincare and stuff as well. But yeah, I did pick up a backup of this one because it was on my list to buy anyway. So that is the next product. Next up from Charlotte Tilbury, also still in the box because I've been panning a lot of other bronzers. This is the Airbrush Bronzer, and I picked this one up in medium. I do have the fair version, which I got from my friend. I do have it only as like the magnetic pan and not in the compact. So I wanted to pick up the compact. Let me get it out of the box. And this is it right here. So I did want to pick up first of all the compact, but also the deeper shade, because the shade Fair is very light. Even the medium isn't like the deepest bronzer, but I think this one is going to be a really nice everyday bronzer for me once I start using it. But yeah, it's still in the box again because I'm panning other bronzers this year. But as soon as I have finished up the bronzers that I'm currently panning, this is definitely one that I will start reaching for. Then we have two final products from Charlotte Tilbury, and I have them right here. First up is a lip liner. This is the Iconic Nude Lip Liner, which is a really nice, I'm going to swatch it for you. It's a really nice, like, used brownie nude lip liner. I do have a couple lip liners from Charlotte Tilbury. They're my favorite lip liners. And this one is definitely a bit more like brownie, not as rosy undertone. It's a bit more like warm undertoned, and I really like this one. I've used it quite a lot. It's a really nice everyday lip liner for me if I just want something like simple to line my lips with. So I've been enjoying this one a lot, so I picked that one up in the same order. And then I've already given you a sneak peek, but this is my most used product from that order when it comes to Charlotte Tilbury. And this is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, which is another product that I wanted to try for a long time. As you might be able to see, I've already used up a little bit of it, and this was like my go-to almost when like I went to the office and stuff like that. It was my go-to setting spray for quite a while, because I didn't have any long-lasting setting spray, so I picked this one up. Actually, that's not true. I do have a mini of the Milk Makeup Setting Spray, which I do have in my deck of panning at the moment. But other than that, I didn't really have any long-lasting setting spray, so I wanted to give this one a go because I've heard really good things, and I do think it's pretty good. So that is the next product and the last product that I picked up from Charlotte Tilbury, which is product number 7. And then the last product from that order that I picked up myself before I get into the freebies, I picked up another foundation. So this one is the Laura Mercier Real Flawless Foundation, and I picked one up in 1W1 Cashmere. So I heard really good things about this one too. I saw it all over Instagram, YouTube, that kind of stuff, and I was just really intrigued. And also I'm still looking for like my perfect foundation. I also kind of wanted to pick up a new one since I finished quite a few recently. So this is the one I gave a go. I think it's not as perfecting as I thought it would be, but it's a really, really nice formula. It sinks into my skin really nicely, and overall, it's a pretty good foundation. It's not a tippity top favorite or anything, but I'll definitely happy to have this in my collection. I'm definitely gonna continue using it. So that is the next product, which is again is the last product that I picked up myself, at least for now. So we had 4 freebies when it comes to makeup from that order, and the first one is actually also from Charlotte Tilbury. This one is the Collagen Lip Bath in the shade Peachy Plump, which is basically a lip gloss. So this one came as a freebie in that box. Let me show you what it looks like first. It is like a bronzy orange tone, as you can see. Let me also swatch it out for you. There you have the swatch of that gloss. Like I said, it's like a orangey peachy kind of tone with a bronzy shift to it, or like a bronzy shimmer running through it. It's really pretty. I haven't worn it too much, but I have given it a go, and yeah, I do like it. Like I said, not a favorite gloss, but it was really nice to get it as a freebie. Then next up, which I haven't used yet, we got a mini mascara from Hourglass. This is the Caution mascara. You just got like another little mini. It's really small, but I do have another non-waterproof mascara on the go, so I'm not using this one at the moment, but I did get this one as well. Another kind of staple product, which I haven't used yet, but I have used a lot in the past, is this one right here, which is a mini professional. I used to use this primer all the time. It was my favorite primer, but I don't need like pore smoothing as much as I used to. So yeah, I definitely will use this one up at some point. And it's also quite interesting to get this one back in my collection because I haven't used it for years now. But yeah, I haven't used it yet. I haven't opened this tube. I probably will wait with this one until eventually I roll it into a pretty pan to finish, I would assume. But yeah, that is the next product. And then the last freebie, as well as the last product from that order, is actually my first ever Danessa Myricks product. This is the Danessa Myricks Beauty Infinite Chrome Micro Pencil in the shade Rose Quartz, which is an eyeliner pencil. So let me show you what it looks like. So this is it right here. Packaging is super stunning, like very kind of multichrome-esque. And this is basically like a multichrome liner. I don't know if you can see it there, but you can definitely see like that pink nest. I don't know if you can see any of the shifts, but it goes from a pink to a gold to a green. So it's like a multichrome eyeliner. I'm really happy that I got this color because since it is more of a light pink kind of color, I can use this one in my waterline or my inner corner. And I think it's definitely more user-friendly for me compared to if I got a darker shade. So that is the last product that I got from that order, and also another freebie. So that was product number 12. Let's move on to product number 13, which is again something that I purchased myself. And that is this product right here, which is the Lash Paradise Mascara in Waterproof from L'Oreal. This is actually basically empty. It's super dried up, and I only really use this one now on my lower lash line because, on my lower lashes, because as it is so dry, it doesn't put too much product on, but it's basically empty now. I picked this one up a couple months ago now, and I have been doing really well with not picking up stuff in the last couple months. I think all of the products that I talked about so far, I did pick up in January, I believe, or maybe February at the latest. But after that point, I had a massive break and I didn't pick up anything for a long time until I needed a new mascara, which is when I picked this one up. But again, it is basically empty now, so it's already on its way out of my collection again. Then next up, we have another free gift with purchase, which I got from one of my favorite brands, but I didn't actually buy makeup from this brand. I picked up some more nail polishes, but this one came as a free gift with purchase, which is again one of the reasons why I did pick up those nail polishes at that time, because I really wanted this shade and I knew it was limited edition. I knew that it was a gift with purchase, so I took opportunity of that and I decided to make that order. And what I'm talking about is Cleona. This is the shade Happy Accident 2, which is basically, I believe they have these shades. They had one before where they mix 2 batches of pigments by accident and it creates like some unique kind of multichrome shade. So this is it right here. It's like a cool toned purple with a slight like warmer purple shift that goes into like green, and it has some like peachy shimmers through it too. I did swatch it out right here. I don't know, you probably won't be able to see any of the shifts, but you can see that cool tone purple. And then again, I'm not sure if you can see any of the shifts, probably not, but I can definitely see them in person. It's a really stunning shade. It's not my like top favorite type of purple. I do go for warmer purples more, but it's still a really beautiful shade and I'm happy that I got it for free. So that is the next product. And honestly, we don't have too many more things to talk about. Next 2 products I picked up at the same time, and that's these 2 right here. We picked up another mascara, and this, by the way, is quite recently. I think this is within like the last month and a half, maybe. No, probably 2 months ago. But this is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara in waterproof. I picked this one up after the lash period I started drying out. So this is the next mascara that I have on the go at the moment. Really like this one. Those two mascaras are probably my two favorites, in combination with also this Sky High mascara from Maybelline. Those are my top 3 mascaras, if you're wondering. But yeah, pick this one up, nothing too exciting. With mascaras, I only really pick them up whenever I need one, and at that point, I needed this mascara. But while in the shop, I have heard a lot of things about this product too, which is the NYX Thick It Stick It Thickening Brow Mascara. So I decided to give this one a go, and I'm actually wearing this one in my brows today. I have filled them in a bit too. I feel like my brows went a bit messier today, but I wanted to go a bit bolder with my brows when I had like a bit more of a lighter eye look. I mean, it's still very yellow, but I wanted to do a bit more of a lighter eye look and bolder brows, and like more bronzier skin. So that's why they might be a bit messier today. But anyway, this product I really like. I use this one every single day now. I brush them through, fill them in, and then use this one to like thicken them up a bit. So I like this one. It's not an absolute favorite or anything, but I'm happy to have it in my collection. And again, I do use this one on the daily. So that is actually the last product that I have purchased myself in the past 6 months. And adding those up, that's 16 so far, but I do have one more product to share. And this is technically something that should have come into my collection in November last year, because it was a birthday present from my friend. So my friend Martina, she picked this one up for my birthday. We met up, but then she forgot it at home, which is absolutely fine. And then we were supposed to meet up earlier this year, but she couldn't. So we got postponed, and we finally met up a couple weeks ago now. So I finally got my birthday present from her, which I am so grateful to have in my collection. And that is another Natasha Denona palette. I don't think I've shown this one on camera yet that I've gotten it. Actually, that's not true, because I'm pre-filming this. It's the first video that I'm talking about it, but I would have shown this one in my Big Fat Eyeshadow project, my last update. But as of filming this, which is the 25th of June, I have not yet shown this one. So this right here is the Yucca palette. I think there was like a whole thing about how you said this one. Was it Yucca or Yucca, or I can't remember, but I'm going to say the Yucca palette. So this is the Yucca palette from Natasha Denona, which is a warm green lover's dream. This is what it looks like. You all probably have seen it before, but I'm very excited to have this one in my collection. I can't wait to play around with it. I haven't used it on my eyes yet, but I can't wait. It looks so stunning, and I'm excited to try the shimmer formula in this palette, because it does have that new formula, which I can't remember what it was called. I think there was 2 new formulas. It's the one called SF. I think Sparkling something, and then the Chroma Crystal, that's it. So 2 new shimmer formulas in this palette, which I'm really excited about, because the Natasha Denona shimmer formula is probably my least favorite. I mean, compared to the matte or like the creamy mattes. The creamy mattes are my favorite. The shimmers are fine, but compared to my indie shadows and stuff like that, it doesn't compare. So I'm excited to see what the shimmers are like in this palette. So very grateful to have this one in my collection. And again, I haven't played around with it because I've only had it for a couple weeks, and I'm waiting to roll this one into my Big Fat Eyeshadow project at some point to do like 3 looks, but also like first impressions with it. So that is the final product that I'm bringing into my collection. It is another eyeshadow palette, but I'm actually really happy with the eyeshadow palettes that I have brought in this year, because, or like all the eyeshadows that I brought in, because all of the eyeshadows that I have brought in, I have not myself purchased. All of them have been gifts, which were 2 palettes and 1 single, which is not too much if you compare. There was £16 palette, a single, and then a £15 palette. So what is that? 32 shadows, right? Yeah, I think so. Which is not too bad. I mean, for a lot of people that would be a lot, but yeah, for me it's not too bad. And I'm definitely going to try to stick to my eyeshadow bank this year, which I am so far. But getting this palette in also means that I'm gonna not be able to buy anything for a while, but that's fine. I think as long as I can buy something maybe for Black Friday, I will be happy. So it means I'm gonna have to step it up and get some points in for that project, but that is something for another video. But again, that is all of the products that I have brought into my collection so far this year, which is not too many. Again, it's 17 individual products, and as you might have been able to see, a lot of them are like base products and things that you go through a bit faster. And I haven't really bought in, well, I bought 1 lip liner myself, and then I did get that lip gloss. But again, most of these fun things are things that I go through quite quickly. My weakest categories in my collection is eyeshadow, blushes, kind of cheek products in general, not like highlighters and bronzers. I did bring in that bronzer, but that's fine. And then also lip products. And with those categories, I've been doing really well and not bringing in too many things because I know they are problem categories. And I also know that I'm happy panning the things that I'm panning at the moment. So it kind of lowers my desire to buy more. But yeah, that is going to be it for this video today. Let me know what the last thing you purchased was. And let me know if you're tracking your purchases and how you're doing this year. Are you doing a no buy, a low buy? Are you just buying freely? Let me know down below. But other than that, I hope you're having a lovely day wherever you are. And I will catch you in my next one. Bye guys.